gives the example of the animal running out of the desert chasing the oasis. You'll always be one step away from us.
Friday doesn't work for you.
I think I have to look. I think Friday works, but let's we'll sort it out.
Saw this done. I didn't see the button.
Oh, did the neighbors keep you awake last night? Should we get revenge, or was it okay? We'll leave the doors open. My neighbors were quite enthusiastic yesterday. Well, it's a 4-day holiday.
Oh, really?
Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
4th of July. Yeah. Barbecue, fireworks, and beer. Celebrating their independence from what? Not from the tongue, not from the belly, not from the other, gates of the body. I don't know what they're free from, but. Prabhupada has that great line in the Gita. He talks about the regulative principles of freedom, which appears to be a oxymoron, like saying military intelligence or country music or marital bliss, said the sannyasi. So, but by controlling senses, one actually becomes. That's how you become free and happy, not by becoming dancing. Anyway, yeah, they were. I always know when it's 2 o'clock. You know why? That's when the bars close. And they're all poured out onto the street in drunken exuberance. I had somebody. We had something's happening with this. Fantastic. Now, what did we do last time? Because of the idiosyncrasies of this, we changed the center of gravity, and that way the stand didn't tip over. Okay. We had a little preaching center in Ann Arbor, Michigan, which the University of Michigan is located. 40,000 students. And across from the temple was about a 6-story apartment building full of college students with balconies, all the balconies. And it was Sunday afternoon, and this guy was follow that Creepoloo. Remember Creepoloo? Yeah, we used to call him the Creep.
Yeah.
He was a big bogus yogi at the time. And he teaches that you can't chant Hare Krishna now. That it's the Satya Yuga. Kali Yuga is over. It's Satya Yuga. It's time for silent meditation. So this guy was trying to run that past me. And I said, come with me. And we just stepped outside of the porch of the temple, and I said, there were a couple guys barbecuing. They were, half dressed, this and that, and they're all blowing pot, barfing over the rails. And I said, "You trying to tell me it's Satya Yuga? Come on." It's just gonna work. It'll work. It's all in the art of the thing. Okay. It's already what? Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Gopichana Balava Givanadari
Gopijana Balaba Girivanadari Jasura Nandana Bhajana Ranjana Jasura Nandana Bhajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanatari Jamuna Tira Vanatari Jamuna Tira Vanatari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Balaba Divanadari Gopijana Balaba Divanadari Jasura Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanatari Jamuna Tira Vanatari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Vishnupad Paramhansa Pri Vajagacharya Siddhashish Nisavangri Sabhaicharan Bhakti Vedanta Sai Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya Jagaguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananda Kodaveshta Brinda Ki Nam Char Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Shri Gaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda Ki Shri Sri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Gita Govardhan Ki Vrindavan Ki Mathura Dham Ki Dwarka Dham Ki Navri Dham Ki Jagannapuridam ki, Chamunamai ki, Gangamai ki, Tosi Maharani ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Sambir Bhakti ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Siddhara Giridhari ki, Shri Krishna Sankirtana Jaga ki, Gopremanandi. All glories of the sum of devotees. All glories of the sum of devotees. All glories of the sum of devotees. All glories of divine Lidasita, Sri Guru and Gauranga. So let's open that door a crack and this door a crack. Or you can open that. I don't want to make you guys cold. Fresh air is nice. Krishna Sadamo Pakate Damaganadi Bisaha Kalana Sadashomesha Parano Kododota Narayananos Kuchandanam Shaivam Narotama Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayat. The Bhagavatam is branded as the sun, is arisen just after the departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied with knowledge, religion, etc. Persons who have lost their vision to the dense darkness of the age of Kali should get light out of this Purana. Before beginning our study of the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, we should first offer our respects to the personality of God in Narayan, to the Narayan Rishi, the supremmost human being, the goddess of the living Mother Saraswati, the author, Srila Vyasadeva, and my spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are on, nicely written, I must say, on the third canto, chapter 24, text 21. We're going to read through text 26 because it's storyline without purport. So we're going to read 26 has a purport. Gate Shata Drita Shataha Karamas Tena Choditaha Yatoditam Sa Duitri. Do we say duit or he?
If you do an individual word, yeah.
Okay. Pradad Vishva Srijam Tataha Gate Satajitao. Oh, I'm thinking of the tune. Gite Satajitao Shataha Kardamastain Choditaha Yatoditam Swadur Duhitrihi Pradad Vishvasrajam Tataha Gite Satadritao Shataha. Is there a Doppler effect here? Let's try it again. Gite Satadritao Shataha Kardamastena Choditaha Yatoditam Svadu Duhitri Pradad Vishvasrajam Tataha Gite Satadritao Shataha Kardamastena Choditaha Yatoditam Saduhritihi Pradad Vishvasrajam Tataha. Just think for a moment that for thousands of years, millenniums, even to past manifestations, Vaishnavas, sages have been gathering together chanting these exact verses. It's a very mystical thing, really, when you think about it. Yeah, in the true sense of invoking awe. Yeah. All right, who's next? Radha Vishwashrajam Tataha Radha Vishwashrajam Tataha Vaishnavis Kate Satadritau Shataha Karmastena Choditaha Yatoditam Svataviti Radha Vishwashrajam Tataha Kate. After he departed, Shatadritau, Lord Brahma. But it must mean something else. What does it mean, Shatadritau?
Shatadritau refers to Lord Brahma once performing 100 sacrifices.
Okay, good. Shata Ovidura Karama Muni Tena him, by him actually, Chodita ordered, Yata Uditam as told, Saduritihi his own daughters, Pradat handed over, Vishvashrajam to the creators of the world's population. Tataha thereafter. Translation, Ovidura. After the departure of Brahma, Kardama Muni, having been ordered by Brahma, handed over his 9 daughters as instructed to the 9 great sages who created the population of the world. Next verse. Kardama Muni handed over his daughter Kala to Marichi, another daughter Anasuya to Atri. He delivered Shraddha to Angira, Haribu to Pulastya. He delivered Gati to Pulaha. The chaste, what is this? My computer's doing something. The chaste Kriya to Kratu, Kyati to Brigu, and Anurundati to Vashishta. He delivered Shanti to Atarva. Because of Shanti, sacrificial ceremonies are well performed. Thus he got the foremost Brahmins married, and he maintained them along with their wives. Next verse. Thus married, the sages took leave of Kardama and departed full of joy, each for his own hermitage, O Vidura. And the verse with the purport. When Kardama Muni understood that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the chief of all the demigods, Vishnu, had descended, Kardama Muni, as his son, Kapila, Kardama approached him in a secluded place and offered obeisances as follows. Lord Vishnu is called Triyuga. He appears in 3 yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara. Well, wait a minute, there's 4 yugas. Huh? Simple math. Don't worry, the Bhagavatam does not leave us in limbo. But in Kali Yuga, he does not appear. Anyone have a problem with that?
Yeah,
what about Lord Chaitanya? What about the 4 colors? What about, what's going on here? From the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj, however, we understand that he, Krishna, he is capital H, appears garbed as a devotee in Kali Yuga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that devotee. Krishna appeared in the form of a devotee, but although he never disclosed himself with the capital H, Rupa Goswami understood his identity, capital H. For the Lord, oh, you guys are reading? Okay. For the Lord cannot hide himself from a pure devotee. Rupa Goswami detected him when he offered his first obeisances to Lord Chaitanya. He knew that Lord Chaitanya was Krishna himself, and therefore offered his obeisances with the following words. Anyone know other than Dravida Prabhu? Balaramji. Namo Mahabharanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya. Although he's Krishna, although he's named Chaitanya, he's actually Krishna. Okay. And he gives his purpose to flood the world with Krishna Prema, that which no other avatar has ever given before. Okay. Rupa Goswami did detect him when he offered his first obeisances to Lord Chaitanya. He knew that Lord Chaitanya was Krishna himself, and therefore he offered obeisances with the following words, quote, I offer my respects to Krishna, who has now appeared as Lord Chaitanya, end quote. This is also confirmed by the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj. In Kali Yuga, he, meaning Krishna, does not directly appear, but he appears as a devotee. Vishnu, therefore, is known as Tri Yuga. Another explanation, now Prabhupada switches to another meaning, another explanation Tri Yuga, is that he has 3 pairs of divine attributes. What is 6 divided by 2? Where did I get the 6 from? It's very good. Bhagavan has 6 opulence. So here they're paired. Another explanation of Tri Yuga is that he has 3 pairs of divine attributes, namely power and affluence, that's one pair, piety and renown, that's another aspect, and wisdom and dispassion, that's renunciation, the combination there. According to Sridhar Swami, his 3 pairs of opulence are complete riches and complete strength, one pair, complete fame and complete beauty, that's another pair, and complete wisdom and complete renunciation, making Tri. There are different interpretations of Tri Yuga, but it is accepted by all learned scholars that Tri Yuga means Vishnu. When Kardama Muni understood that his son Kapila was Vishnu himself, he wanted to offer his obeisances. Therefore, when Kapila was alone, he offered his respects and expressed his mind as follows. And for 10 extra points, you can think about it for a minute. Why did Kapila wait till he was alone to offer his prayers? You can think about that. So let's switch to here. So here the universe is filling up. And of course the materialists also have an idea how the universe fills up. One way is coming from, what do they call it? Primordial soup. There used to be devotees had a radio show, Radio Ram. It was fantastic. And they do a little skit. And it was primordial soup. Nobody makes it. That was the advertisement for it. And they go on, this guy's talking about it, says, oh, who makes it? We don't know. We just come in every day, it's there. But hey, I don't care. The students just lap it up, you know? So, you know, primordial soup. And there's there's this famous guy, Stanley Miller. I don't know if Stanley Miller's still alive or dead. Long gone? Professor Stanley Miller, right here at UCSD. Combined whatever it was, some amino acids, and, you know, made the primordial soup, shot electricity through it, representing the thunderbolts, lightning, of course, where the lightning come from, where they you know, and it made, he said, in this way we've created life. Actually, what they created, so-called created, I mean, where'd they get all the ingredients and all that, but that's another thing. But anyway, with the simple, they created the first building block of a protein. It's like if I give you, you know the little cap you put on the tire for filling you take it off when you put air in the tire? If I give that cap to Zach and I say, here's a brand new Mercedes. Oh, well, hang on a minute, you know. There's a few more parts needed for the Tesla to have the automobile, you know. No. It's, you know. So anyway, Stanley Miller created, you know, primordial soup. But the idea is that by random combination, survival of the fittest, random chance, from simple primordial, the simplest thing everything developed into complex, from simple to complex, which completely is counter to the law of entropy, law of thermodynamics, the basic principles of physics that understand that things, if I take something complicated, will it evolve into something more complicated? This building is complicated. I mean, it's got all kinds of electrical and plumbing, and it's got design and decor and structure. If I just leave it alone, will I come back later and there'll be, 100 years from now or 200? Give it plenty of time. I love the way Carl Sagan used to say, billions, So give it billions and billions of years. Will it evolve? Will we have a second floor? Will we have shikars? Will we have a chakra on top? What will you have? You come back in 200 years with no maintenance. No one touches it. Nothing touches it. What will you have? Yeah, you may not even be able to find it. We were attacked by sand termites, ground termites. Oh, there's different types of termites. And they work up from the bottom, and they're devastating. It's just like the movies, zzz, your roof caves in. It's in slow motion, but can you name me anything that without action, it's the law of entropy, without action from an outside force, a thing will come to a state of rest, or a thing will go from complicated to simple. That's the motion of this world. And everything's like, if I leave this cloth there, it deteriorates. If I leave this, it deteriorates. Societies deteriorate. Everything, So the Vedic presentation it starts from the most complicated. You know how things actually start? It starts from Krishna's flute. And it enters the heart of Brahma, who chants Gayatri, and out of the various sound bijas of Gayatri, everything comes out. It's pretty far out. So here pretty far, it's awesome in the true sense. So here it's describing that process that they're filling up the universe with the different, they start off with the 9 times 9 is, 81 times, and the whole thing fills up. The universe fills up. So it does not, you want to talk about a leap of faith. You with us, Zach? Welcome back. Welcome back, Zach. Don't make me give you a whack. A whack in the back. A spiritual attack, Let's move on. What was I going to say? You better get back on track, Jack. Anyway, the devotees are copies. The pejorative they ladle on to the spiritualists, to the theists, is that you're making this blind leap of faith. I'm a man of facts. Anyway, I have other things I want to say, but just give me the facts, man. Just forget the magical thinking. But they are asking us to counterintuit. Intuit. Is that a word?
Yes. Intuit, definitely.
Intuitive's a word, but counterintuit? I've turned into a verb. Anyway, it's completely counterintuitive to our experience. They ask us to believe that state. Everything evolves unless acted on by an intelligent force, or at least an outside force. We know intelligence. Things devolve. Everything. And yet they ask us to accept that the most complicated thing, this material world, the earth, I mean, there's rivers, there's all kinds of things flowing under the earth that hold the thing together. Magna, there's all kinds of stuff going on down there. There's all kinds of rivers in the air that hold the whole thing is, he used to come to the temple, and I think he's too old now. His name is Ram Ramanathan, and he's one of the top. If he lives long enough, in spite of Trump, he's going to get the Nobel Peace Prize, because he was really one of the beginners of, they used to call it global warming. Now it's climate change, He was one of the first guys to start, whoa, wait a minute, something's happening here. Up at UCSD. And how complicated the whole thing is. How it's and that it just, the whole, just this planet Earth. And how all the different how the ocean tides, the whole thing, the currents of air, the ocean tides, what's going on under the earth, how the whole thing is just so finely balanced and interknit and interdependent. It's just a mind, and what they understand of it. Even Einstein said, what I know is like a tide pool compared to the ocean. So and the more they look at it, the more they look at the brain, the more it just completely blows their mind. So, and yet they ask us to make, you want to talk a blind leap of faith, that was my point. They ask us to believe that all of this came from simple. So where did the chemicals in the original, ultimately they ask us to believe that everything came from nothing. That's the singularity. That somehow or other, poof, the world is the existence is the original free lunch. And then from there, it went completely counterintuitive to our experience. It evolved from simple to complex. It's the biggest crock of cow manure. Only because they have brains of cow dung do they accept such a thing, Prabhupada said. And yet, that is the profound leap of blind faith. And they had this guy's at MIT. He might be dead too. But his famous statement was, well, it either happened by chance or it happened by design. If it happened by design, that means there's a supramundane intelligence, and that is simply untenable to us. Sariputta showed me the clip. He was on, National Geographic Channel or something, So just, if we go this way, it means that there's a transcendent intelligence. And that means there's a God, and oh my gosh, that means that we're dependent, we're subordinate. Oh, it opens a whole, they just spin. So we don't even want to look at that. We just write that off, and we just go with it by chance evolution, because that's something we can manipulate, we can control, we can feel superior. We don't have any obligation. There's no ultimate morality. There's no ultimate, there's no karma. There's no justice in the universe. There's no ultimate obligation. You can create some mundane system of ethics. What is it, John Locke, that, my punching you in the nose, my freedom to express myself ends at the tip of your nose. In other words, if I punch you, then I've intruded on your space. So we just kind of work out some mundane laws that I don't intrude on you, you don't intrude on me, and that becomes the basis of mundane morality. But there's no absolute right or wrong. Come on. So it's just, the whole thing goes to hell in a handbasket. So here it's describing the actual situation, which actually makes much more sense if you step out of that blind faith, paradigm. It makes much more sense that from the complex, it evolves with a designer and intelligence. So that's what's being described here. Then the question becomes, why? They can tell you how, but they have no concept of why. Why create the universe and fill it up? What is the purpose of the universe creating and filling up? Why did Narada Muni chastise Lord Vyasadeva, other than Dravida? What is the purpose? Just set the whole thing in motion and let it run like a little, like a little top. Okay, it's spinning. Keep it spinning. Keep it spinning. That's the purpose of this world? Why? Why at the beginning of creation, filling up the universe, does Kapila come and teach Sankhya Yoga? Balaram.
So the living entities can become free from the cycle of birth, death, and go back to God.
Exactly. It's not just meant to be a, what do you call it, like a perpetual motion machine? Because you can learn in the Vedas how, of course you make a slight slip like King Nriga and you become a lizard in the bottom of a well, but how to balance and how to be pious, swaha, do all the different, pop and punya, and learn how the whole, where the gas and the clutch is, and just steer according to Vedas, then I'll stay on top of the game. Yeah, I'll just act piously, enjoy, stay on top of the game, but it doesn't work that way. There's a fundamental problem with it, in addition to the fact that nobody can just ride the wave you're always going to make some slip. Another driving, but here's the thing. Ultimately, there is a existential angst. There is a longing of the soul for what? New and improved popcorn? I saw it at the store. New and improved popcorn. I mean, what? I guess they got different flavors, but I mean, you get different colors. I mean, what do you got? Popcorn's popcorn, man. No. Anyway, new and brewed. So kills are faster. So where were we going? Is it just a perpetual motion machine? What's its purpose? And the purpose is, by proper analysis. Oh, so that's not the success of the thing. Oh, thank you. That's what I was going to say. You'll make a slip, and then once it's like a snowball rolling down a hill. I don't know if that actually happens, but the principle is it gets bigger and bigger and gains momentum. So once you make a little slip up, from balancing the pious and pop and sinful and pious activities. Once you make a slip, the inertia will just carry you, the emotion, and you get more and more entangled, and you go from the mode of goodness to goodness and passion, from passion to ignorance, and down you go. But even if you were able to manage all the gears and levers of the material, of karma, of jagat, the fact that we actually are looking for Krishna only, Prabhupada gives the example there, and we say like a child for its mother, the chanting the holy name. Unless Prabhupada says you can do something. We've all done it with a kid. When a kid just loses it, they have those moments that they really just, they're full tilt, they're gone, little baby, you can dangle the keys in front, the aunts and uncles can, bounce the thing on the knee. They can try so many different things. But what is going to get that baby to stop crying? You put on the lap of the mother, and it suckles the mother's breast, and the kid's completely, that's what he wanted, or she wanted, whatever. They're satisfied, they're secure, they're done. They stop crying. So that's an analogy used by our acharyas. In the same way, that's just the way it is. The only thing that's going to satisfy us is Krishna. Fully satisfied. That's what we're looking for. And it's ever increasing. The more you surrender to Krishna, more Krishna reveals himself. Like there's a competition proposition between Radharani and Krishna and the gopis and Radharani. The Krishna is so beautiful that they become more beautiful. When they become more beautiful, Krishna's pleased with that. He becomes more beautiful. When he becomes more beautiful, do you ever have those, two mirrors looking into each other and they just go add into infinity? It just increases. It's ever increasing. The happiness in the spiritual world. There's no cessation. There's no cessation. There's no cap. It just keeps increasing and increasing. And that is what we are looking for. And therefore, always going to, like it was a Diogenes, looking for an honest man. Parikshit means examiner. Maharaj Parikshit saw Krishna within the womb. The chakra was sent to kill him. And Krishna actually appeared. Oh, Brahmastra, you're right. The chakra protected him. But the Brahmastra was sent to kill, Pahi Pahi Mahayogin. The Uttara was praying, please save, the last of the Pandavas. And Parikshit Maharaj, in the womb, saw Krishna protecting him. Beautiful Krishna. And when he came out, Parikshit, one of the names of Parikshit, one of the meanings, is examiner. He came out looking, where's Krishna? Where is that beautiful, sublime figure I saw when I was in the womb? We're all like that. We're looking, where is Krishna? Well, maybe it's, what is it, J-Lo, whoever it is, or, for the women, maybe, I don't know who's, Brad Pitt's old now, so I don't know who it is now. Got some new guy, I'm sure that's the, But it's not Krishna. So that drive to enjoy will push us ultimately off, even if we're able to balance all the, well, we're not going to be happy with that wife. We're going to steal somebody else's wife, like happens in the heavenly planet, and zing, off you slide. Or, well, I want a little more. I want to be Indra. I'm not saying, zing, off you slide. So nobody in this world is secure because they're ultimately driven by the desire to have Krishna's association. And they're going to try to find, was that old country western song, looking for love in all the wrong places? That's what's happening. So, I had more I wanted to say. But so the first thing that comes, here we see Kapila, as the universe fills up, he's giving systematic analysis. Sankhya Yoga means counting. Another way to say, neti, not this, not this, not this. Well, this is dependent on this. What is the cause of all causes? Well, this is, okay, but that's dependent on that. Oh, well, that's dependent on that. Oh, well, that's, just like they, whatever, they had their elements, and then they went from the elements, they went to molecules, from molecules they went to atoms, and then we were kids, there was what, the nucleus, and then there's electrons and protons flying around. There's a neutron. I never could quite figure out what a neutron was doing, but anyway. All those things are and now they're down to quarks, and now that this is dependent on this, well, this is dependent on this, well, this is dependent on this. They're doing it smaller, smaller, smaller. They're doing it, they're trying to reach out to the edges of the universe. What's it dependent on? What's the cause of all causes? So Shankar Yoga is the same thing. Well, this is dependent on this. Well, so that can't be the ultimate cause. And what does Lord Brahma, the fountainhead of the universe, say about the cause of all causes? Anyone know the verse other than Balaram and Dravida Prabhu? That would indicate Lord Brahma, yes. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Anadar Adar Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam, that he's the cause of all causes. Ultimately, you come to Krishna. He's the cause of all causes. So, I did want to read one last, we'll skip over some stuff. I'll just take a minute. But the Chaitanya, does anyone know why? There's so many reasons why. Krishna is unlimitedly merciful. And it's not that, we give up. Prabhupada gives a great example. Prabhupada says that the son will forget the father. I really appreciate my father more and more. Now the poor man's